Hi guys, I'm back with this game, Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. Well, this time we're gonna focus on another ending of this game. Actually, this game doesn't have one or two, but multiple endings. In fact, the creator itself says it got like 10,000 hours of content. 10,000! Okay, but obviously we're gonna focus on only one ending this time too, okay? So, let's see. Let's just jump right into it, okay? Hang on, okay? Before we get started, can I just say something? Sure. Thank you for actually setting the clock by the times you have booted up the game. Oh, you're welcome. A lot of people don't take the steps seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12, okay? But you're actually taking the time to set the clock. That's how I know that you care about the experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting the clock are correct. Well, don't you? Okay. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you have been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game, and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Favorite time? Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, and if it's not the correct time, we'll run it, alright? I'll say it, let you go back to the video game now. Alrighty, let's begin. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Melody, and let's just jump right into it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
But I wonder if they're mocking gamers, because gamers.
And then
just
one
push
day,
buttons.
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, let's move.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What is this?
What could it
Coffee machine?
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Can I read something?
Stanley went around. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, it turns off. That's great.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Come to think of it, let's do this.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Blah blah. Things, money, more money. Things but with money to buy more things. What the hell? Graphs but money, things plus money. We have our new product. Wow. What is this? Stock market is somewhere here. Colored in segment. Stripes. Require more secondary. So right. What is hot? Profits. Target demographic teenagers. Oh my god. This game is sick, dude. We have our new product. What is it? Telephone directory. Okay. What is behind that? Nice graph? Okay. By quarterly post review, we need hopeless review. 402 plus 451 to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule, but I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Wow. Space between the teenagers. Between? What do you mean between? Throw something in the idea bin. Size of demographic. Wow. No more bins, trash cans remaining of the idea bins, whatever. What is this? Schedule? IT department, we teenagers, office research, legal, boss inspection, idea development, what to do about 432. Bird. Wait a second. Office party? Yeah, that's a good time. That's Friday, of course, office party. Targets push for the funding of RD plus of the new coffee machine. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Wow, synergize paper. Hire somebody to synergize paper. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. He moved my desk. Please keep the targets on the topic of blurred out. The future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Wow. These people are high. Tomorrow complete today's unfinished agenda items, write next day's agenda, reflect. Okay. What is this? Broom closet?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Right.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What is this makeshift office place? Like just next to the, boss room? What happens if I...
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
What is that? Is it broken? The sparks was there. I swear I saw them. Am I?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
You know what? Hell with that. I'm gonna go to escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I don't think there's anything that's gonna change standing there. Going on.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Well, you know what? No, I'm not gonna wait.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly
Yep, let's
confront
go,
his
ladies
death.
and gentlemen. Woo! I'm gonna lie this way. This wall to my death. Whoa. Is it falling? Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm so dead. This was high enough. I'm like...
As the
Hell
machine
no!
whirred into
My legs are
motion
broken.
and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Oh my god.
Stanley
What is
can't
that?
see the bigger
Crushing
picture.
machine?
He doesn't know
Oh
the
my
real
God.
story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
I'm just gonna
Farewell,
die.
Stanley.
Just gonna die now. Any movement now. 3, 2, 1.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? You leaving me? Like, you just said I'm dead. Like, is this some ghost?
And yet it would be
Okay.
just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What is this? The model of my office? Yep, it's my office. It's my office. Definitely. Yep, office layout. Here, the set of 2 doors. Yup. This is where the story actually changes. The first choice we have here. Okay. Well, I didn't expect this to be a gallery. Wow. What else do we have here? Chinese computer. Yep, 80s classic. Filing cabinet. Nothing to do here. And what's with this clicking sound anyway? Turning off. Up. Cards. Yep. Yep. Like, what do they want to accomplish with this? Number 1? Can you open? No? 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 Okay. Gun sounds. Whatever. What is this? Like, they're rolling credits officially? Like, game's end? What? Did I hit some, like, hidden ending? But it wasn't that hidden. It wasn't. The office clock. Yeah, but it's displaying the time I sat here. Boss's office. Looks like it has been gone through a lot of iterations over the years. Yep. Let's go here. Freedom ending. Yep, this is the one I showed you already. Where's this sound coming from? Countdown dance? Okay, this looks like something we haven't seen yet. Oh, the button. There it goes down. No. What is this? Freedom ending again? What happened? Okay, well, this game is officially off now. Oh, yeah, it's done. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this was the death ending of this game, and it does nothing but, you know, get you into this gallery where they showcase all the work they've done, the iterations they've had, and all the models are displayed here. These are getting fairly common in a few games now. Well, that's it for today, guys. Peace out, okay? Bye-bye.